Hello everyone, my name is Jamie Falcon. Today I will be discussing with you mental health. Did you know that 1 in 5 Americans struggle with mental health issues? Did you also know that 7 out of 10 college students are struggling with mental health issues? There needs to be more awareness about the limited access and limited information that people have with mental health. Everyone deals with it, and I've struggled with it. I've had people in my life that have struggled with it. There's no shame in admitting that you have struggled with mental health yourself. And it is crucial to understand mental health, how it affects a person at a human level, and early intervention. The first avenue I would like to discuss is mental health overall. In the article, The College Student Stress and Mental Health Examination, author Donna Holland states, psychological stress is one of the mental health issues that students experience after entering college, although an increasingly amount report experiencing issues prior to college entry. I chose this quote because we're in college, and when you become an adult and when you have more freedom and more ability to just exist and be on your own, you start realizing, all of these little things, or why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like X, Y, and Z? Why is this happening? And a lot of issues happened prior. And because you have so much going on in your life and you're a kid and you can feel naive to the world, you don't fully understand how that's affecting you. And the second quote I chose from Holland was that as students' academic stress increased, so did mental health issues and the ideas of counseling services. Adding things onto somebody's plate and having all of these things come together affects how your brain's going to process things and how you're going to react and feel and do X, Y, and Z. And so it's important to know that that's normal, which leads into my second avenue, which is the importance of knowing what's going to affect mental health and how it affects a person's ability to act and feel and do and just exist. So in the article, Addressing the Public's Mental Health, Gregor Henderson states that mental health in all its guises will form an increasing challenge that may be seen in various ways. An increase in incident of mental health, increase in mental distress at an individual and community level, or an increase of conditions that put mental health at risk. There are many different things that affect mental health. It's what we always hear, the domino effect. Mental health is a domino effect. It's a domino effect of everything that's come before it. And so there's going to be things that affect it, and whether or not you recognize it in the moment, it will have an effect later down the road. Henderson then goes on to state certain examples of these. This broad view requires us to consider work and employment, education, housing, healthcare, and welfare services. We need to address these mental health stages at every single stage of life. Where you work, your work environment, where you live, your neighborhood, how much you make, how much you're paying, and homework, sports, all of these different things that are just going to pile on. And mental health gets pushed to the back because you have all of these other things that seem more valuable and important in the moment. And so we have to be able to ask for help because all of these things are going to get overwhelming and we're not going to be able to process, which leads into the third avenue, which is early intervention. In the article, The Sociology of Mental Health and Illness, author Michael Goldstein states, the tendency to overstate has brought about needless conflict within discipline and helped foster cutbacks in services. Most importantly, these cutbacks emphasize the need to reintegrate mental health and its sociology into a more general sociology of health. There's so much conflict and different opinions when it comes to mental health and how to deal with them. And you hear it all the time. Oh, that's not important. Oh, you don't need to be upset about that. Oh, that's nothing. And when you hear that so much, it's going to get drilled into your brain that it's not important and that it doesn't matter. And you can convince yourself it doesn't. But mental health is health. Health is mental health. We need to understand that the two of those go together and they affect one another. And we have to be able to understand that one goes with the other and one needs to be treated just like the other one would. And so I hope today that you've learned more information on mental health, what mental health entails and comes with it, and how it affects people and their ability to ask for help. I hope that you could relate to this on some way, and I would hope that even if you can't yourself, you know somebody who would be able to. And I know that mental health is scary and that we can feel naive to the world of mental health and what that means. but it's important to have open and honest conversations about it, because that's what's going to lead to resolutions, and that's what's going to lead to fixing this fundamental problem that our society has. And we have to acknowledge that mental health is important, and we ourselves are important. Thank you for listening.